Hi everyone, it's Jen. Thank you so much for joining me today. Today I have a little tutorial on how to create this Easter treat box, and this is a die set that is from Scrap Diva Designs. I recently showed this project and the die in different videos from my guest design teamwork for Erica, and Sandy left in a comment. She asked if I would show how to put this together. So thank you for the question, Sandy, and I am happy to do it. Okay, so this treat box is super cute, as you can see. I will leave the link down below. Also my referral link for Scrap Diva Designs. If you click through that link to go into her website, I get a small commission, doesn't charge you anything extra. Also, my discount code is Strawberry Cream, and you'll get 10% off your order if you use that at checkout. Okay, so let's go into the things you're going to need to create one of these, and also we'll make one together. Now, I cut out a window in my treat box, so I'm going to show you how to do that. You don't have to do it. You can make it solid all the way around, but I think it's a fun touch to add a window to see what's inside. So I'll show you how to do that. Keep in mind, you do not have to, okay? So let's take a look at what we need. This is the die set that you get when you order the Easter treat box. It comes with this one piece, and you cut this out 4 times. This is an inset or layering piece, and this cuts out a triangle as well as cuts out all the cute little bunny feet and stitch detail on the triangle itself. So you could use this as a layering piece or not. And then it cuts out 2 kinds of bunny feet. These layer on top of each other, so you have 2 different colors, and you can either add that to the top of the box or you can put them on the sides of the box like I did, and I'll probably do that again for this video. So that's a die set. Again, if you're going to make a window, you're going to need some acetate, and this is the one I use. There are lots of different acetates out there. You can even repurpose old packaging. But I use Duralar, and it is 0.005 clear film. I just think that this cuts really well in die cutting machines, and it sticks well when I glue it. You're not going to be using this in a die cutting machine this time, but you know, you can cut it with scissors, and that's what I did. I will link this down below if it's still available on Amazon. And then of course you need all the fun stuff. So for the embellishments in the pattern paper, I think I'm going to use this collection, which is called Bunnies and Blooms. This is the one from Simple Stories, and this one came out last year, but I think it's still around. I figured some of these sentiments would be nice on top of the box, and maybe some of the decorative brads. I don't know. We'll see at the end. And then you're going to need some double-sided tape or glue. I suggest for this project to use double-sided tape. It's just much easier and neater. You're going to need a couple different widths of them. This one is, let me measure these. This one's pretty thin. It's about 1/4 inch, and I got this from Alina Craft on AliExpress. This one's a little bit thinner. This one is, it's like 4 millimeters or 1/8 of an inch. This is red line tape. I don't really remember where I got this. I've had it for so long, probably Tuesday morning. But this is even stronger than this, so I need that. You do need this if you're going to make the acetate window. So there's that. Some trims. I have some pink ribbon to go along the top, around the top, like I did the green one on the example. Some Velcro dots are handy. Those are from AliExpress. Some scissors. These I got from Amazon on Jill's recommendation, and they're great scissors. And then this is the paper that I'm using for the main box. This is Cricut Craft Board. I don't think it's available on Amazon anymore, but that's where I got it. It's the foil holographic neon sampler. And I used the orange one in the example. We're going to use the yellow one in this project because there are yellow carrots, and I think it does go nicely. So let me just move those things over. Okay, so you have your die set. Let me get that out from underneath. And you're going to start by cutting 4 of these out. And you're going to need basically a whole 12 by 12 paper to cut out 4 of these. This will fit on a standard die cutting mat, but just barely. So if you have an extended plate, use that. It'll just be easier. If not, you could squeeze it onto like a regular Sizzix Big Shot plate. Okay, so 4 of those, and I did that already to save some time. So like I said, I used that yellow holographic paper. So 1, 2, 3. And then the 4th one, after I took it out of the die cutting machine, I took this plate and placed it on top of the side, and you're going to center it so the stitching goes all the way around it. And then use a piece of washi tape just to hold it in place so it doesn't move when it's going through your die cutting machine. And when that comes out, you're going to have this triangle and cuts out all the different toes and parts of the foot. So I'm not going to use this for this project, but if you're making multiples of these boxes, then you can use it for that. Hold on one second, Gus wants to go out, just a sec. All right, so like I said, you're going to be putting this on top of one of the sides and run it through your die cutting machine. You end up with that, and then you end up with, this is the 4th side, and I already stuck the acetate in there, but I'll show you how to do that. So, so it leaves a big opening, a big window, just like there. Okay, and then to cut the acetate, there isn't a separate die that will cut out the acetate for you, because if you use this, then it's going to cut out the same, or if you use this one, it's going to cut out the same width as the window, and you need to be a little bit bigger than the window. So what I did was I laid this on top of a piece of acetate, traced around it just outside outside the border with the Sharpie, and then cut it out. And then that's the perfect size to fit into the window. So you don't even need a die for that, and it would make it cost more anyway, so not needed. So that's what I did with this acetate, and I ran a strip of the red line tape, the 1/8 inch tape, all the way around, double-sided tape on the back of the side of the box. I laid the acetate down on that after I peeled off the other side, and then just pressed it down. So you want to be careful that you don't cover up this flap or this, because these parts have to fold, and you don't want to have to fold the acetate. Okay, so that's an extra step if you want to make a window, and yeah, so it's it's fun, I think so. All right, so we cut out 4 of those. If you want to make a couple or one accent page of this, go ahead and run this through your die cutting machine on some pattern paper. And I did that with some of the Bunnies and Blooms pattern paper. This is just a yellow piece with little daisies with pink centers, and this is going to go as a layering piece on one of the sides of the box. And then the bunny feet, I cut out the solid piece in just plain white glitter paper, and then pink cardstock for the layering piece of that. So we'll put that together later. And yeah, I think that's all the prep work I did ahead of time, and we can do the rest together. So when you're you just tape everything together basically. So you're gonna put tape on all the flaps. So that flap, and then that'll hook onto that flap, and then that flap, and then this flap. So they're all going to be taped together. Okay, and then one thing I want to tell you is when you're going to be putting the acetate piece together with one of the solid pieces, you'll notice that that tab kind of sticks out a little bit. And if it doesn't bother you, you can leave it, or you could just go ahead and trim this a little bit, which is what I did for the last one, and I'm going to do that here. I'm just going to cut it in half. I'm using my big scissors. You still might be able to see it a little bit through the window, but not as much as if it was a full-size tab. So I'm going to be able to put my 1/8 inch tape on here and stick it onto the acetate window, and you won't even be able to see it. All right, so right now let's go ahead and do our double-sided tape. So for that piece, I'm going to use the 1/8 inch tape, and then for the other pieces, I'm going to use the 1/4 inch tape. So you take your double-sided tape, I'll just show you how to do this in case you don't know. put it right on the flap. Just start at the end and then run it along the tab. And this red one is really, really sticky, so just get it down. Oops. Gotta be careful. You slide it down, you smooth it down as you're going. Can you see what I'm doing? Okay. All right, that looks good. And then just smooth it down like that. And then just cut off the end. And I'll take my little scissors there and just cut it off right at the end where it meets, or where the cardstock ends. So you want the tape to go all the way from end to end. And I like to just kind of smooth it down. You can use your bone folder to do that, just your fingers, just so it's a nice secure bond. Okay, so now I'm going to get out the 1/4 inch tape, this one, and you could use the 1/8 inch tape, but I think if you match the size of the tab to your tape, it sticks a little bit better. So let me find the end. Where are you? Oh, there it is. Okay. And then just do the same thing with all of the other tab or flaps. Just go from end to end. Being careful not to cover the fold. And then I'm going to cut that off like that, and then smooth the tape down again. And I'm just going to do that for the other two right now. Okay, so let's go ahead and start taping them together. I'm going to start with the acetate piece because I just want to have the most control over that one, so that'll be the first. And to get the top layer of the tape off, you could use your fingernail. A pokey tool is a good use for that, or it's a good way to get the top layer off, especially with the smaller pieces of tape. Okay. So just peel off the top layer. So now it's really, really sticky. And you just want to match it up so the points at the bottom and the top of the box are lined up correctly. And if you mess up, you could try and pull it off and do it again. I'm going to do it down here on my table. It's a little bit easier, so let's zoom in. And I'll try and keep it in frame so you could see. It's so hard to do when I can't see it right up close. All right, I'm going to have to do it up here so you could see, so I could see. And then see where that fold is right there? Make sure you're not covering up that fold. So just put your second piece right past that fold, like that. And then just smooth it down your fingers. A bone folder is a good way to smooth it down. I don't know where mine is right now. I have 3 of them on my table. Okay, there it is. That's why we need so many craft supplies sometimes, you know? Because you can't find one of them, maybe you'll find the other one. Okay, so that is the first side. And as you can see, you could maybe see the tab a tiny bit, but nothing bad. All right, so let's go ahead and attach the rest of them. So I'm going to take the tape off of the next one. And it doesn't really matter which way you go. I'm just going to go on this side. Oh, that's close, huh? Okay. You're going to try and keep it in frame for you. And Then just kind of wiggle the top part into place like that. Bone folder. You can see it coming together. All right, I'm going to zoom out a little more. All right, now the last one. Like I said, you could do this with tape, with wet glue, but then you kind of have to wait for different parts to dry before you do a next one. So this is a little bit neater and it's a little bit faster. Lots of times I'd like to use wet glue for 3D projects, but this one seems to work out well with double-sided tape. Okay. Whoops, that doesn't really match. Let's start from the bottom. Okay, and then we'll smooth that down. That just makes sure it's all glued so it doesn't fall apart on you. All right, so you have all 4 pieces. And now for the last one. And that was the one on the acetate side. So we're back to the beginning. And before I came on camera, I did go ahead and fold all these tabs ahead of time. My paper is really thick, so some of them I had to score extra. But if your paper isn't that thick, you won't have to do that. But just if you're having trouble folding them in nice sharp lines, the tabs, go ahead and score them again. All right, so the last one, you're going to line up. Can you see? Yes. I had a migraine today, so I can't really see as good as I usually do. If you have migraines, you know what I'm talking about. All right, and since I can't get my bone folder in there. And I'm going to smooth out the last seam. And that's what the inside looks like. And the outside, how nice and neat is that, right? It's so pretty, such a good size. So like I was saying last time when I showed this in a project video, you do need to cut off a couple of the bunny heads to get the sides of the boxes to fold. And I like this to be the front of the box, obviously, because it has the window. So these 2 are going to be the sides. So just go in with your scissors and cut off 2 of those heads. If you want to do it ahead of time, before you tape everything together, you could do it on your paper trimmer. But knowing me, I would like put the wrong ones on the wrong side. So I figure, you know, I'll just do it at the end. All right, so I got one done. Let's do the next one. And just go right at the base of the neck. Sorry, little bunny. Like that. There you go. So when you put this together, these will go in first. And then we're gonna put the 2 opposite bunny heads together. And you could just tie this with the ribbon, or you could add a Velcro dot here to keep it tied. So I think that's what we're gonna do. We'll add the Velcro dot. So like I said, I got these on AliExpress, and if they're still there, I will link them, but these are a good size. I have smaller ones too, but this one's a little over 1/2 inch. So it comes with 2 different kinds. It comes with the like pokier one and then the softer one. So the way I usually put these on is I will cut one of these off. I'm going to cut off a fuzzy one. By cut it off, I mean just cut the piece of acetate off. And then I put it on one of the pokey ones, or either or the other way around, doesn't matter. Okay, so now I have one like that that's stuck together. So I'm just going to peel that off the sheet and then figure out where I want to put it on the bunny head. So I think it's going to go like, yeah, right in the head area. So I'll just put the sticky part on there and then peel off the backing. It's really, really sticky. Okay, and then get these guys together where you want them. Just going to kind of line up the head, line up the ears, and then press the faces together, and that's where the Velcro dot is. So that holds them together. Cute, right? All right, let's open that back up. Now we're going to go ahead and fill up our carrot. Make sure that's taped good. Okay. I brought over a little bit of shred like I have here, and I thought we would fill this one up with some candy. I bought some Easter colored Hershey Kisses today at Target, so we'll add some of those. All right, so I'll start out with some shred, just a little bit in the bottom, and then add a few kisses. We'll do different colors. There's pink, blue, green, maybe a little bit more shred. This is an older pack I had from Dollar Tree. And you kind of want to get them towards the front of your box, just so whoever you give this to will see that it's full of delicious Hershey Kisses. Oh, there's also silver ones too. So we'll put those in. Stuck. Okay. Get back there, pink one. And then maybe another blue one. I just want to close this and keep it closed for now. And that way it'll be all done by the time we finish decorating it. Sorry for that crinkling if that bothers you. All right, we're about done with that bag of shred. Okay, so let's just put a few more on top. If you wanted to, you could just fill the whole thing up with candy. You don't have to add shred. So there we go. All right, so we're going to go ahead and close this, put the flaps down, and then the Velcro. All right, let's do some decorating on our box. So like I showed you before, I had put together, or I had cut out some of the bunny feet. So let's put them together. Let me move some stuff out of the way. To do that, I'm going to use some white glue. I use Nouveau Deluxe Adhesive for everything, and it even works pretty well on glitter paper. It's kind of hard to glue on top of glitter usually, but this works okay. And it's just, you know, a small embellishment. It'll be fine. All right, so put glue on that, and then we're gonna get our, glitter paper and just line them up and put them on top. And you have a little bunny foot. I should have made 4 of them, but for now we'll just do the 2. Because in my other example, I had 2 on each side. So we'll just do one side with the bunny feet for now. I might go back in later and do another one. Okay, line that one up. All right, those are those cute little bunny feet. So we have that. Let's get rid of these old bunny heads. And we'll put them on one of the sides, kind of like the bunnies walking. So for that, I would probably use either hot glue or some craft glue. I like to use Beacon 3-in-1 glue for things like this. I don't know if my Nouveau glue will stick to this shiny paper. So I know this one will, so I'm just going to use that. So I'll put some on my little foot. And this will take a while to dry, so it might slide around a little bit while we're still working, but it's all right. So I've got 1 and 2. Like that. So that's one side. And then, like on the one I showed you last time, I had 2 on each. So we'll just go with that for now. You get the idea. And then the back side, I think we'll do like we did this back side and put that accent piece there. And where did I put that? There it is. And that's this one. So this I'll use my Nouveau Deluxe adhesive because this will dry clear and it will not dry shiny. And this is nice thin paper, so I think it'll be fine. So yeah, this would have been fine for the bunny feet too, but I don't know. I have different glues here, so whatever I think works, that's what I'll use. So I'm going to put this on the back layer. And I kind of just like the tonal yellow paper on top of the, yellow craft board. I just think it's nice to have similar tones, but same color, right? Isn't that pretty? I like that. And there's a little bit of pink in there, so that's why I brought over some pink ribbon to tie around his neck. And then like this one, I added some stickers at the top, so I thought maybe we could do that as well with the Simple Stories Bunnies and Blooms accents. So lots of times with these stickers, I'll add some extra glue because they seem to peel off a lot. So let's go ahead and pick a couple of sentiments. Let's see, maybe basket of goodies. It's not really a basket, but I don't know, what else? Happy Spring? Let's do Happy Spring, that one's pretty. And we'll add a little bit of extra glue to the front. And you could go crazy embellishing these, you know? Add all sorts of things. This is a nice wide area to embellish. But I tend to just be pretty simple in my embellishments, so I'm just going to go with these right now. Especially if you're giving this to someone as gift packaging. I mean, you don't really have to go crazy. All right, jelly bean time would be good if you filled that with jelly beans, right? But we'll pick something else. Let's do Easter Day, because that one's pink. So I'm going to put that one on the back. And then our last step is going to be to tie the ribbon around. So you want to pick a ribbon that is pretty thin, but it doesn't have to be too thin. This one, the ones I've been using, I think these are like, what are they, 3/8? Yeah, they're 3/8 of an inch wide. Oh, it probably says right there. Yeah, 0.39 inches. So actually, you know what? I don't want to use this one because the back looks like that. And I want one that looks nice on the front and the back since I'm going to be tying it into a bow. So where did I put the ribbon that I wanted to use for that? Oh my goodness, it's right here. You guys are probably shouting at me if you could see that one. So I like to tie it in a bow while it's on here and then cut it off so I know how much I need. So I'm just going to wrap this around his neck or her neck, whatever. Maybe a little bit more. Again, this is not necessary if you are using a Velcro dot, but why not make it look extra nice, right? I'm just tying a bow. And then we should add a sticker here like I did to that one. Okay, so I'm going to cut this off. Make it nice and even. Doesn't that look so cute? Oh my gosh, I love this. And then let's pick a cute sticker to go on the front like we did here. So we have all these and these, but these, I don't know, the Hello Spring might be nice, but I don't know if I'm feeling them. We'll see. How about maybe a butterfly, or that bunny would be cute, but that might take up too much of the window. This one's too big. Should we do a butterfly? Yeah, let's just do a butterfly. A pink and yellow one goes perfectly. So you could add extra glue here, but I'm not going to because that runs the risk of getting on the acetate and then that's a mess. So there's our little box. How cute, right? Oh my gosh, I should just keep going with these and make them for Easter favors. So if I do, I will show you how they come out. So that's our little tutorial for today. I hope you enjoyed. Sandy, thank you again for asking me to show this video. I had a lot of fun doing it. These really are fun to make, and I hope you try it too. If you do, please tag me on YouTube or Instagram. I would love to see. Again, my referral link is down below, as well as a link to the Easter treat box. I will try to link the Velcro dots, the acetate, what else? Anything else you need, just let me know, okay? And yeah, please give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed this video, and subscribe if you haven't. I'll be back soon with more crafty videos. Again, if you ever need anything or want me to show something, I will do my best. All right, guys, I will talk to you later. Thanks for watching. Bye.